Feminist leadership. Does it exist? A company, who wishes to remain nameless, recently participated in an evaluation of a wide range of characters that they call their workers. There has been a claim that there is a certain level of a substance known as feminist leadership that exists in each one of them, whether good or bad. After watching the interviews, please participate in classroom discussions pertaining to each character. Enjoy the show.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Pretty good, Pat.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Bob Patterson.
Hi.
This is my associate, Pat Boberson.
Hi.
Your company hired us to do some performance reviews, so let's get started.
What is your name?
Fuck you, trying to hold me back? Gah.
No, what's your name?
Oh, Bertha.
Take us through a typical day. Well, I get up and I come to work. On time.
Oh, my typical day? Well, my typical day starts at about, I wake up at about 5:30 every day and I put on coffee for my husband.
Well, during a normal day, I would wake up to breakfast provided by my sweet wifey. Who wakes up maybe 2 or 3 hours before me every morning just to fix breakfast.
Typical work day. I usually get to work about a half an hour before everybody else. I think a lot of the guys around here have pretty high expectations for me, so I don't really want to let them down or anything.
I wake up about 7, pump some iron, before the lady wakes up.
Yeah, she's a really hard worker, she is, yeah.
Yeah, and then she makes me some breakfast, and, it's really kind of sweet, And then I get all the kids ready for breakfast.
Afterwards, I just go about my day, and then I leave the house, and I see the new neighbor next door. And I tell her, oh, look at you, you're in the garden just like Mother Nature. Tell me, does Mother Nature have little ones at home, or does your husband not want you to go through that big change yet?
Usually make sure all the men are behaving. They're, especially Ryan.
As I enter the workforce, I'm greeted by all my female coworkers, who should greet me with utmost respect.
Are you getting all this?
And I usually have some coffee ready for everyone when they come in, just because we're all one big group.
Get my husband ready for work and my kids ready for school.
I try to stay out of people's way during the day. I don't like to rock the boat or anything.
After I make sure everyone's taken care of, I go off to work, and I try to be a little bit early, just a little bit, so I can put on a pot of coffee for my coworkers.
I always keep a positive attitude. I don't really want anyone to have any reason to think that I can't do my job just like everybody else.
Excuse me, do you gentlemen need any coffee? I can just whip up a pot, And then I go to work, I work hard, a hard-working woman, hard-working, yeah.
When I sit down, one of the female coworkers should come up to me and just be by my side throughout the day to just make things run a whole lot more smoothly.
I make sure everyone's doing fine. I go around to every cubicle, see if everyone needs something.
And then I leave work around 5. My kids are already home from school then, but I can't really leave work early just to pick up my kids from school, so.
Usually a lot of people will come to me with questions throughout the day. Usually, I like to call my dad and ask him about those because he was in management too. right now. Oh, excuse me. Okay,
Thank you, Shelley.
bye.
Yeah,
Let
she
me know
does.
if I can be any help.
Thank you, Shelley. Yeah, she does that.
He knows a lot.
Yeah, right there. And then just don't miss over here too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the corporate world, so women tend to get walked over a lot by guys like him, and my day mostly revolves around making sure he's behaving.
And then I would ask her, do you want to make me a sandwich?
And then, just spend some time with my family, work on some work things. I try not to really show anyone else up. I don't want anyone to think that I'm like trying to say that I'm better than them or anything. So I'm just sort of sticking with the status quo, trying not to be noticed around the office too much.
That's about it. I work hard. It's hard to be a woman in this society. I work hard. I work hard. Next question.
Now let's say that you're a leader of 12 people, there's 6 female and 6 male, and one of them isn't pulling the weight. What would you do in that situation?
Well, first I would call a group meeting to discuss everyone's feelings about the subject.
That's kind of a hard question. I'm really not usually put in too many leadership roles.
Well, if one of them isn't pulling the weight, it's obviously a woman. I wouldn't have to worry about the men in my workforce because they just know what they're doing all the time.
Well, I would tell him to pull his fucking weight. That's what I would do.
It's typically either, Stan or Dave or Jeff. One of them are usually in charge.
Well, I guess just get everybody together and talk about what's going on. I really don't see how the fact that there's 6 women and 6 men makes any difference.
I don't need to worry about the men in my work field because they all know what they're doing just by nature.
Because, the women that I hire, they're strong and they're independent. They don't need no man. They don't need them.
But I guess if I was in charge, I don't know. I wouldn't want to, jump to any conclusions, and I wouldn't want to make anyone mad or anything.
Well, I'd tell her that she better shape up, otherwise she's not going to get very far.
They don't need them. We don't need them, and if they're not going to pull their weight like a woman, like a woman, then, I'm going to kick them out. I'm going to kick them right out.
I'd probably just call a whole group meeting and maybe on the slide try to bring something up.
Just one big group, and ideally we're working for the company and everything needs to go swimmingly for them.
So does everyone here feel like we're all, doing the same amount of work or anything like that? Maybe instead of me being the one to kind of point something out, use the group to maybe come to a decision together.
Well, I would determine which woman was the problem. I would just take her into my office and I would tell her that when the sun shines, we do not shine together, and that I will not stand underneath her umbrella or glass ceiling or whatever the imaginary thing that she talks about in the office.
That usually works.
Like there's really something above the building, really.
I think it would probably be a bad career move for me if I confronted someone head on about something like that. I need to be really careful.
I would simply replace her and just use a male coworker instead.
Replace him with a woman, a hard-working woman.
Because it's hard for a woman to get into a position like where I am, and I don't want to risk jeopardizing that, so.
Now we're looking to downsize the company. Do you have any suggestions?
Looking to downsize, ooh, that's a little scary.
Not exactly. The company is doing well, I believe, and
Well, there are some men here. They're not working hard, like the women here.
In fact, don't look to downsize. You should just go ahead and downsize. What's the point of losing just a few female coworkers? They shouldn't be there anyways.
Truth be told, I'd actually be a lot more comfortable at home with my children.
a loss is a loss, be it man or woman, and it would be hard for us to get through with that.
I guess I would say make sure you give everyone a fair chance to defend themselves and to explain that they do work hard every day.
They're, I think if you're going to kick some people out, you should go with them.
Their places should be just with our husbands, just at home, cooking, just making sure that the husbands are well fed.
Maybe Ryan could go, I guess.
I can kick out. I can personally name at least 50 men in this company. Yeah, they could just kick out the men. We'd be stronger anyway if we were women. All women unite,
And I think that maybe from some people you might hear some certain suggestions to get rid of certain people for maybe reasons that are beyond their control.
Just always blasting Lady Gaga from his cubicle, and it gets pretty distracting.
It's a sisterhood thing. Sisterhood. You can just kick out the men.
I don't feel very comfortable in the workplace. It seems like all the guys around me sure know a lot more than I do.
That's it, kick out the men. You want me to help you? I can go do it now. I can go tell them to fire.
I would say just try to be fair and don't be too hard on people who have worked really hard to get to where they are now.
Well, is that it? Do you have any other questions at all? Or I don't know what else you want.
Feminism!
This substance, referred to as feminist leadership, can come in a wide spectrum of forms. Due to lack of funds, labor situations, and creativity differences, we chose those 5 final characters because we felt that they were the most entertaining, as well as provided a well-intended learning experience. However, with the strangulation of Ryan Harris, some things need to be said. The equality sought after by feminists should never result in violence of any kind. So if you do happen to see any kind of ill-will violence due to views on feminist equality, please go to www.iwillbeagoodfeminist.com. Tell us your story and how you saved them by being a good feminist.